So the YouTube music partnership is kind of like full circle from your rap days because the is he the program director or is
he's the director of Black Culture.
Director of Black Culture was the program director at MTV Jams, and he was pivotal.
Yes,
he was the most. He was the pivotal person that gave you Jam in a week.
Absolutely. He took a shot on me then. So and then now he's taking a shot with us now with YouTube crazy. Music. 15 plus year relationship. Tuma Basa. I just talked to him yesterday. He called me on some randomness. I can't say it on. No, it was he was trying to verify some terminology of what ling ling meant.
Oh.
So I was like, what? He was like, yeah, it's a song by the Sacramento rapper that had a song called Ling Ling Stockings or something like. I was like, it's a pimp song to him. He like, oh, that makes sense. I'm like, yeah, Ling Ling is a Asian, girl that gets money. So we talk about that, but that's my brother. Met him through Chuck, cultivated a great relationship with him.
Great dude.
And we're starting off with doing this program where we're it's like a music conference, but it's online.
Yeah.
And we're bringing like all these huge names from the music industry, and we teaching these workshops. But it's like a Revolt music conference. It's like what the Core DJ retreat was, but it's all online, and we're bringing these superstars directly to the youth.
So
it's dope.
I know that online being because COVID and everything, but is that something that's going to stay that way, or is it going to evolve into some in person?
It's going to be an element where we're going back to in person for sure locally, but I think now the Zoom and internet has allowed us to be able to have a global platform now. We got a lot of kids from like Africa. We got kids from Brooklyn, New York now. We got kids from all over the world, right? So now people can access Project Level and anything, but for sure can access Project Level from anywhere across the country, across the globe, and get a dope experience of programming, right? Like a good experience, because the internet is just allowing us on that. And YouTube is going to help us bridge that gap even more.
Is YouTube, so I guess that kind of answers my next question. YouTube is instrumental in where Project Level is going to end up going? Yeah,
I believe so. They're like, what we're talking about doing next is like, with this project is just kind of like the introduction. Like the next one we have, I mean, we can announce it probably by the time this come out, but like we got Steve Stout on the next one. We got we got Gunna from Atlanta. He's on the next one. Karen Civil, like it's going up. And then and this is just round 2. Like they want to save the big like think about it, like we got Steve Stout and what's my guy Anthony Nas's manager.
Oh,
Anthony,
Salah.
Yeah, he's doing the opening keynote.
Manager too.
Yeah, he is. He's doing the opening keynote on this next one. So it's like and they like, yeah, we're gonna go bigger on the third one, then bigger on the. I'm like, oh man, what y'all niggas gonna get us Jay-Z or something, like, you know what I mean? So so it's like, and on the first one it was all Project Level affiliated type thing. So Ghazi was the keynote, the closing keynote speaker. Chuck and Stretch was on the panel. The boy Dame Golden was like the fire chat, the fireside chat guy. It was like a amazing experience, but it was all Project Level connected people, and then we're growing from there. So we're just trying to show the growth. It's really to gain knowledge, but it's also to get like insight on how to maximize and build your brand on the internet using the YouTube platform. That's really the basis of why. It's to the urban markets where a lot of YouTube influencers and stuff are consumed by us, but not created by us.
Yeah.
So they're trying to create more creators that look like you and I.
So is it a paid thing? Is it an invite only thing?
It's an invite only thing for now, with the intent to pilot it to go big. So we've had the first one was so successful. Like we talked to the big wigs at Google now, and like we're talking to Google people. Like it's like the owners of YouTube, right? And they're just like salivating at what it can become. So it's like, oh shit, man, we might really have something. So we're kind of like letting them work their magic, do what they want to do with it, and we're just trying to create the best experience possible. That's like our role is just to focus on creating the best energy possible and getting these super heavy hitters in front of these young future heavy hitters
right.
and just seeing how the synergy works. You know what I'm saying? This is an experimental phase that's going in a good direction right now.
So I always looked at project level as a kind of like an incubator, right? Mm-hmm. Is it still like that with the elements, or is it kind of moving out of that?
It's moving out of that, but it's still we're it's only moving out of that because of COVID.
Oh.
And the necessity of, like, we didn't have human to human contact for over a year, right? Yeah. We didn't have, like, Monday through Friday after school where they can build that rapport with each other and with us. It had to be more result-based things. Mm-hmm. So
you had to get creative.
We had to get creative. So we started bringing, we brought, they had a jam session with Burner, with Saweetie, with Pilo, with all of these like successful people to keep their engagement level up, because we wanted to like they're not able to like be in the studio with us every day and really build their craft and work on their craft from scratch. So we had to kind of throw these diamonds at them a little bit to keep them up. Yeah. And because of that,
keep the morale going.
Keep the morale going. And because of that, we noticed that we turned to like more higher level type projects with them, and of course Forever 21 release happened that same year. 24K Golden blew up that year, so it was like bigger things happening.
Yeah.
But now that the world is opening back up, we're going to get back into that incubator process to really be able to nurture them, really not hold their hand, but like be closer, human to human contact, and build from scratch. But then now we got all of these platforms for them to take off and do. So now it's like we lost the intimate piece, but gained the opportunity, resources, and now we're gonna combine the both. You feel me? It's gonna be a blessing. It's gonna be a good year.
So you mentioned that London Breed was instrumental in helping you launch it.
Yes.
Well, helping you kind of start it and establish it.
Yes.
How much is the city involved today? How much support do you get from the city?
We get support from the city, but I don't want to say this word of don't need the city. It's like the training wheels are coming off.
Yeah.
The city has been
10 years. So.
Yeah, it's been 10 years. And, but the city expected that of us, and it's because they've done so much for us. It's our duty to kind of like stand on our own too. Finally, you get what I'm trying to say? Because they've been so supportive, and they've given us so many resources. And really bet on us. Like, they believed in the vision. They believed in the dream. And in return, we became more self-sufficient and not reliant on them as much. Even though we have a big chunk of our funding is still from the city, but that's a contract that we signed with them like 4 years ago, and we're continuing that contract and hopefully to re-upping. But now they looking at us as a hub to really help them develop youth at a high level,
right?
As opposed to just being a small little program that they want to support because it has a good cause. Now they're looking up at us as like peers and colleagues instead of like a little program now, and we're proud of that because we want to be able to be that voice for the community, of course, and also like what we said in the beginning, how entertainment wasn't that important to San Francisco before. And that has changed, and hopefully we can continue to change and grow that as being partners with the city. You get what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So yeah,
Well, I mean, I feel like that PL has been, like you said, has been instrumental in a lot of kids' lives over a span of decades. So you literally raised kids in the industry. And having that YouTube partnership now is only... the opportunities now is limited. So it's amazing where it can grow.
It feels good to be able to. It's like reparations in certain ways from our career, because what we couldn't do then, we can do now. Is just coming in a different vessel.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and it's limitless, like you said. It's limitless to what we can do right now. the Forever 21 thing is going good as well.
So, is there anything else that you can mention that's probably going brewing or any?
Mm-hmm. We opening up 5 retail spaces in various malls across the West Coast. So we have the first one is right now at Arden Mall.
Yeah.
We our partners, my brother Capo, he was 3-story general.
Yeah.
Him and his wife opened up a pop-up shop store at the Arden Mall. They were the first black retail owners in that mall of all time.
Incredible.
And they made history and it's going real well. And they reached out to us about partnering to bring it to San Francisco. So we met with Stonestown Galleria. We just picked up our keys yesterday for them, and we're opening up a space in Westfield. And at a time where the cool thing about this is just to share a little bit of insight.
You're opening some at Durant Square.
No, hell no. Only premium Emporium malls. We opening up one at the fashion show mall in Vegas too.
Oh shit!
And then we doing LA. We probably gonna do LA after that. We want to do LA first and then Vegas, but Vegas presented us a good idea that we like. The thing about it is, it's with the same intentions that Project Level has. It's the same intentions that we had at the 3-story days. It's to help young, thriving entrepreneurs navigate through this shit. And the business model for it is amazing. It's 71 vendors at the Sacramento Mall, and they're generating crazy amount of money out there. It's what we always wanted with the Bay Area rap game, right? Like we always wanted to come together, everybody come together and strengthen numbers and we can piggyback off of each other. That's what's going on in Sacramento right now at the first shop. And we already have, I think, like 50 something people inquiring about Stonestown. So it's like it's all one for all.
So
whatever
that clothing brands.
Accessories, Okay. So we'll be the hub for all of these entrepreneurs, urban entrepreneurs, to sell their product in and have the foot traffic of a mall.
That's crazy.
And that they normally couldn't afford on their own, right? So it's like if you a small brand that's only making, I don't know, $1,000 to $5,000 a month, you can't afford a brick and mortar or a flagship at a mall. But we understand that the mall. We also know that the retail space, they say, is dying, right? Mm-hmm. But when you see what's going on in Sacramento, you know that it's not. Our demographic is still the number 1 buyers in the world. We are number 1 in makeup. We're number 1 in music. Black people shop. We're the number 1 consumer. So coming off of COVID, this allows a lot of people that lost their businesses and stuff to be able to rejuvenate and come back. Business model solid. We excited about that. It's not a Project Level project. It's the founders of Project Level was a part of this. But it's the same concept of helping and bringing and cultivating the community to come together to do some shit. And the malls is in love with it. That's why they damn near handing us the keys because they need that foot traffic. They need that black dollar. They need that that energy. Yeah. That they were afraid of at one point. So I feel like just like what we did with Forever 21, what we're doing with YouTube. This thing with the pop-up shops, which is just the name. It's a permanent residence, but I think we're coming with the same mission that we did with all the other projects.
It's called pop-up shop?
Yeah, it's the pop-up shop at Arden. Then we got the pop-up shop SF. That's for the 2 San Francisco locations. Then we got the pop-up shop Las Vegas. Man. So it's gonna be cool, man.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you, my brother.
That's incredible.